Hello everybody, welcome back to another Borderlands 2 video. And today I wanted to do a little bit of a different video and cover what I thought to be, or what I think to be, one of the most underrated weapons in Borderlands 2, and that would be the Sawbar. And before I get into it, the weapon can be obtained from any loot source since it's a pearlescent, but it has an increased drop chance to drop from the legendary loot midgets, Uranus, and the final raid boss of Digistruct Peak. So yeah, um, moving on, let's take a look at the weapon. So it's got pretty good damage on the card, nothing insane, nice mag size, and it does have a skin. I'm using the unofficial community patch, and it does have a skin. But that's really the only difference. The weapon doesn't receive any direct buffs in the UCP. Bandit assault rifles do receive a buff, but I assure you that this weapon is still very, very strong on the vanilla game and on the UCP. And if people really want me to, I could show it on vanilla, but it's very strong on both formats, and you're going to get exceptional results. So, what makes this weapon unique is its firing pattern. So, if we shoot from about here, it's just one bullet, it doesn't really look like anything special. But if we give it a little bit more range, it splits into 3 projectiles and explodes into these little fire things. But that is really where the damage is coming from. These projectiles, these extra projectiles are unlisted, so they get boosted by the B, so it can actually be quite good for raid bosses, and they do splash damage. Now, normally splash damage means the weapon is affected by grenade damage, but for whatever reason, this weapon is the exception. I was doing some testing myself, and grenade damage didn't really seem to be boosting it. Um, this weapon is a little bit hard to test, honestly, because you can't really get the proper splitting of the projectiles in Sanctuary. But nonetheless, the wiki also confirms this by right here. We see the splash damage cannot be boosted by grenade damage bonuses. Really strange. Not sure why. Could be a balancing thing for this weapon, but yeah, that is the case nonetheless. So yeah, let's just go ahead and give it a try. I guess I'll run down what I have here real quick. You can take a look. The only thing of note is, of course, the Firebone for the extra damage and the Assault Rifleman class mod, because I figured it would give us the highest DPS increase with the Sawbar. You could definitely run a Legendary Soldier, really whatever comm you want. It's quite good with anything. There's the build. I took Overload because I figured the extra magazine size and ammo would be pretty good. This thing is a little bit ammo hungry. So yeah, we'll go ahead and run through. Let's see. Throw out the turret. And get to work. So, um, I'm not sure exactly why this weapon doesn't get a lot of attention as a top option. I definitely think it is one. Its DPS is very, very high. I think it may be a similar case of the Hail, or a similar case to the Hail, I should say. Both weapons are very strong, but they have these sort of off-putting firing patterns that people really don't seem to like. And Sawbar's not going to work well against this guy because not only is he in my face, but he's resistant. Okay, I think he's dead now. Cool. Can get back to work. So I do believe it's something like that. Like, the firing pattern, I think, is just off-putting to people. It's a little weird. It takes a lot of time to get used to. So I think it has something to do with that. It does require a little bit more positioning than most guns. Like, you do need to be hitting the sweet spot. Otherwise, the gun's damage is pretty obsolete. And that might also be another part of the problem is people may not really know the sweet spot, or maybe just kind of used it a little bit and didn't really give it a chance and didn't really learn the correct range to use the weapon at. So it underperformed for them. But it's a very good weapon, as you can see. Doing some great damage there. Need to back up a little bit so we can deal with him. It's pretty cool for these nomads too, because the splash damage just doesn't care about the shield at all. This guy's a little too close. I don't think I'm gonna be able to properly, but I guess it's a good way to show like why this weapon could be seen as bad. Like when you don't have the bonus going, or the proper range, it's not gonna do much. But when you do, it pretty much just tears through enemies in an instant. Alright, grab a little ammo, then we'll keep moving. Ooh. Ooh, that guy's got a bit of an annoying gun. Of course, I can't see him anymore. I think this is... Okay, that should eventually get him down. He's at a weird angle, though. I don't think any of them are slagged. Oh, that guy was so low. There we go. Of course, I get the kill skill bonus now. Oh, these guys are so annoying for this weapon, that I will say. Definitely a bit of a downfall. But generally speaking, it's quite good. And I should probably pick a weapon that would be better to deal with things that get in my face to basically counter the one weakness of this weapon. I think that would be better. Just chuck them down before they have a chance to get to me. Yeah, he's at a bad angle. Distance ourselves a little bit, practicing our social distancing, and take him out. Alright. Going pretty smoothly. The only cases where we've had like really any trouble is, of course, when enemies get in our face. Yeah, the gun's really fun to use. I've always enjoyed it quite a bit. I've always thought it's a very unique weapon as well. It's just a really cool pearl. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of great pearls as well, so maybe that's part of the reason this weapon has a bad reputation. There's so many pearls that are just awful, which is a little disappointing, honestly, but especially without the UCP. The UCP helps mitigate that a little bit, but there's still some bad pearls. Get him slagged. There we go. And we just tear through him. Oh no, don't like that. Shock damage over time. Yeah, we're not going to be able to really touch him. Really? Be careful not to kill ourselves. There we go. This part is a bit clunky. Alright. What am I stuck on? Nice. Don't like someone being this close. Alright. Move forward a little bit. Can't even see what I'm shooting, but doesn't really matter. Needed to be a little. Whoa! Really? From that range? Alright, I want the shotgun you're using, man. What the fuck? That's interesting. We're fine. If they would stop running around so much, it would be a little bit easier. Where'd it go? Oh, there we go. Not gonna open yet, huh? Try to back the hell away from him. Thank you, turret. Valiant effort. Ate like 15 rocket launcher shots. Alright, yeah, we definitely need a little bit of ammo. I would say those are the two biggest weaknesses of the gun, ammo consumption and obviously the range limitations. But even with that in mind, this weapon's still so strong. And I honestly, I kind of like that in a weapon, just in general. I think that's good game design and good weapon design. Like the weapons should have strength and weaknesses. They shouldn't just be good at everything, which I think Borderlands generally does a pretty good job of. Just using this to heal really quick. Dude, that shock dot, ugh, that really hurts. Quick charge is nice for that. Oh, nice. Doing pretty well. But yeah, I felt like that's what they were going for with a lot of the pearls in general. Like they're supposed to be really good at one thing. Like the Godfinger's supposed to be like this amazing long range weapon. But that one's not a good example because it's like uh, it's just so bad at everything else. And even at long range, it doesn't outclass a lot of sniper rifles. That one was sort of a bad one. And I think a lot of pearls kind of fall into that category. They're treading a very fine line. Like the Unforgiven is supposed to be like the similar idea for a Jacob's pistol. It's like this really slow, hard-hitting pistol, but it doesn't even hit that hard, and its fire rate's really bad in the vanilla game. So I don't know. I like what they were going for, and on some of the pearls, it feels really nice. I think this one is a good example, but others, like the Godfinger and Unforgiven, they're really bad. Like the Godfinger especially is kind of a bizarre one to me. There really is no such thing as like true sniping in this game. Like you're never going to be that far away from an enemy. The game design literally just doesn't allow it. But that's enough ranting about random pearlescent weapons. I think the Sawbar is pretty much speaking for itself, at least. It's doing really well. Back away. No. No, that went right through him. Oh my god. Alright. Got me my kill skills, at least. I think he became unslagged, like, right when I started shooting him. Alright, I want to take care of that corrosive dot. I threw that way too far. I can't really see. I know I'm not in the sweet spot. This should be better. Much better. Cool, cool. Alright, yeah, we're pretty much at the end here. I think it's performed pretty admirably. As I thought it would. It's a good weapon. Oh man, not the lunatics. Oh, just gonna clean those last two up, but the nuke had other plans. That's okay. I think we did a pretty good little showcase there. It was quite strong, which was kind of the point of this video, to show you guys a weapon that I feel like doesn't get a lot of attention. That really should. Like, you guys should definitely give this weapon a shot. And by the way, I am using the damage prefix. I forgot to mention that, but yeah. You don't want to use, like, I believe it's the rabid prefix. I can't remember exactly which one, but the one that increases bullet speed would be bad with this gun because it'll actually make the projectiles explode at a different distance, and it'll be further, which I don't think is a good thing. Like, most of the issues are enemies getting too close, not them being too far. So yeah, would not do that. And anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Um, just as a heads up, my university will be starting back tomorrow, and I've got some family stuff that I'll have to attend to. So we'll see how the uploads come along. I'm obviously not just gonna like stop, but there will probably be less for now. But we'll see. That may end up being different, but yeah, we'll just kind of see how the semester plays out for me and how things go and go from there. But I'll still be around. So thanks, guys. Have a good one.